Hi guys, welcome back to a new sketchbook tour. Finally, I know many of you have been waiting for this video ever since I finished this sketchbook like 6 months ago. I'm so sorry it took so long. I just kept procrastinating filming this for some reason, but not anymore. I'm doing it today. I don't care if it doesn't come out like perfect or whatever. I'm doing it. I really hope the lighting isn't too bad. It's been really hard to find time to find like the perfect setting to film, especially here in the UK. It's really rough and it's really hard to find the perfect time to film or create content in general. It's really bad. But anyway, before we get into the sketchbook tour, just a little bit of context for you. This is a Rendr sketchbook from the brand Crescent. This is my second sketchbook that I used, that I completed of this brand. I like to use several sketchbooks at the same time for different purposes, and this one is for alcohol markers. And the reason why I use it for alcohol markers is because it has like this special paper. Like, it looks like normal paper, I know, but it's actually quite fascinating because it allows you to use alcohol markers without them bleeding through the other side, so you can actually use both sides of the page. I normally like to fill every page to the brim, so if you are like me, this sketchbook is for you. This is the previous sketchbook. This is number 1. I have already posted a sketchbook tour of this one. You can go and check that out if you want. But yeah, this is like a new one. I will put very quickly the artists of all these stickers on the screen, so you can check them out. And yeah, just let's get into it. I started this sketchbook on October 2022, so it was quite some time ago. I was on a trip to LA. I was traveling for Lightbox Expo. Halloween is always very exciting because I'm from Argentina and we don't celebrate Halloween in Latin America. I don't know, it's always very exciting to go to the US on Halloween season. And this is just like a spread inspired of all the decor. These two as well. This is horrible, but I remember we were visiting antique shops in Pasadena. There are quite a few there, and they had a lot of interesting stuff. And yeah, I decided to draw these like porcelain figures of these Staffordshire dogs. They were kind of creepy but so cute. I regret using a screen tone for this. Yeah, me too. Some drinks, beverages, stuff. I really love to look at the packaging of things and just copy like the colors and composition. It's really fun. More Halloween stuff. I don't know. I really like this character. I kind of forgot about her, if I'm being honest. I really like this one. I think the way I did the line work is cool. But yeah, I think she's a little bit mischievous, and that's fun. I should draw her more often. This is so crazy to see. These are all sketches, ideas for the cover of my art book. You can see I was exploring like different themes and things that I like based on like mermaids and witches. If you have my book, you can recognize that this is the idea we went for, and it's so crazy. It all started with this little drawing here. I don't know, it's just so crazy to look back because I remember I was so nervous trying to come up with a good cover, and I was feeling like a lot of pressure, and I don't know, it's just nice to look back and say like, hey, everything turned out okay, you know? You can relax. But yeah. More Halloween stuff. some pumpkin girls. I was just using a black ink, and this is Posca markers. Here's Jack and Sally, very heavily inspired on a statue that I saw of these two. It was really cute, and I just wanted to draw it. Here's a nothing page. Here I was trying to do the sketch with a highlighter, which is something I do quite often these days. It's really cool to sketch with a highlighter. Some fashion sketches. Here I was trying a few patterns and textures. Really cute. I love these keys and this pigeon. She kinda reminds me of a Wings Club fairy. I don't know what's happening here, but I kinda like the scrapbook feeling of this page, I guess. More fashion sketches. I'm not a fan of this spread. I think this is terrible. I don't know why I used like such heavy ink, too much black. But I really like this. I did this page specifically for my book because I was writing about traditional screentones, and I just wanted to have like new stuff to show. And here is like a random girl with some geese. This was also for my art book. There's a chapter where I talk about all my favorite art supplies. Instead of including like photos of the art supplies, I could just draw them. I think it's really cute. Here I was trying something different. You can see like the bluish undertone here. And I don't really like how it came out, but I think it would be interesting to keep experimenting. I definitely want to try to be like more messy. I really want to mix my markers more as if I were using paint, because I think I don't do that very often, and I think the results could be like really interesting. Here's a spread of one of my favorite characters. Her name is Polaris, and she's like don't mess with me kind of princess. She has like a cool sword and some bandages and scars because she doesn't mind to get her hands dirty. And I don't know, she's like really fun to draw. A Barbie spread that I did obviously after seeing the movie. I remember I just wanted to use pink. I was like in this huge pink phase. I think we all were, and I just wanted to use pink. That's it. That was the theme. Another Barbie core inspired spread. This is supposed to be me. This is like the outfit I used when I went to see the movie. I think this drawing is a little bit weird. I feel like it's a little bit more stylized of what I usually do, and I don't know, it's just different, but that's cool, I guess. This is my favorite spread of the whole sketchbook. Here we are entering another spooky era because this is October of 2023, and I just wanted to draw some pumpkin people. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with the combination of pumpkins and rats. It's like a really good combo. What do you think? Here I was trying to experiment with another type of pumpkins, like different shapes and colors, because I know not all pumpkins are just simply orange. Also, by this time, this was actually my first Halloween living abroad. Halloween is not that big here in the UK compared to the US, but you definitely get to see a lot more pumpkins that you see in Argentina, so that was fun. I really like this. I think I was trying to diversify my pumpkin people because I was just drawing like pumpkin girls. I used screentones for this page, and it was really fun to play around with the different textures. I recently posted a short where I talk very briefly about screen toning and why it is so cool and why I like it so much. I definitely want to do a longer video talking about screen tones because it's such a beautiful technique. I personally really enjoy it. I think it's really cool, and I don't know, I just want more people to know about it. So yeah, expect like a longer video of that at some point. Here's like a mixed spread with alcohol markers and some more screen tone stuff. I really like how the hair turned out on this one. And here's definitely some Last Unicorn vibes. Here are more sketches that I did. These are all statues of Paris. I always like to take a photo of something that I like so I can draw them later, and this is what I did here. I was also trying to do like a more complex shading with screen tones. I was really trying to convey more volume and be more precise with the areas of shading. It was very tricky. The screen tone paper, you end up like using like tiny scraps of paper that is like, it's like a mess. It can be a mess, but it's fun also. Here I was experimenting with layering the screen tone paper and the textures. I don't think that's like a great idea, or at least it's not how I wanted it to look, but I need to keep practicing and get better at that. Here are some random girls' portraits. This is a messy spread, some doodles, nothing interesting to see. I kind of like this page. It's very simple, but I don't know, it's like fun to look at. Here's like a random princess, I guess. Here I was trying to go for a scrapbook feel. I have a smaller sketchbook that I like to use like some sort of a scrapbook. Let me show you something. I like to paste like random stuff. And for some reason I never do that on the bigger sketchbook, and I guess I just wanted to experiment and see what happens if I bring some of those elements into a bigger page. I think I definitely prefer like the smaller size, and I never done a sketchbook tour of these too. Let me know if you would be interested in that. The stuff in here is not as polished and nice as my marker sketchbook. It's like more like rough and unpolished. So I think that's why I never did like a proper sketchbook tour of this. But I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I do one this time. Here are more pumpkin people. This was not for Halloween or anything like that. This was on March. I like to call these springtime pumpkins. Just wanted to draw like clothing and have fun with colors and patterns, and I just didn't want to worry about the faces of the character and the expressions. And I said to myself, like, just put a pumpkin in there, and I can just focus on whatever it is that I want to learn. I was planning on doing like a whole spread with the witch characters because I love those characters, I love those comics. And it's been like a while since I drew them, especially traditionally. So I really wanted to do that, but I messed up like the line work. I didn't like it, so I just left it. Here's like a nothing page again. This is the bookplate that comes on the signed edition of my art book. Normally my publisher sends me a bunch of these sticky sheets and I have to sign them, like sign hundreds of them, and I just send them back to them. Yeah, I just took one of those to paste it on my sketchbook. Here's the witch spread. I took like a break and tried again. I really love this page. I think Irma turned out so cute, and also Hailene. Can't say the same about Will. I ruined her face again with the coloring, and I did my best to save her, but this is all I could do. And here's another colorful spread that I really like. These are the characters from Pop Mart figurines, the Peach Riot line. Those are my favorites because the stylization is just so pretty. I love the artist. And yeah, I was just very lucky that Pop Mart sent me the whole collection of the, I think it was like the second line they released. They also sent me, alongside the figurines, a set of washi tape, and I just knew I wanted to use the washi tape for a sketchbook spread. For this, I think I was trying some new alcohol markers that Ohuhu sent me, and they are really cool. They are really nice. I usually have these nostalgia eras where I need to rewatch something that I loved when I was a kid, and Wings Club is definitely one of those things. So drawing these characters again on paper, it's like, for some reason, it just feels more magical to me and more personal, and it's very heartwarming. More pumpkins. I tried a different color combination this time. I really like it. I think this rat is just so cute. Here's another spread using only ink and screentones. And you can see I was still trying to perfection my technique of shading and being more like detailed. I definitely like this a lot more than the previous one. I love this background here. I don't know, I was just experimenting. I really love this stamp. It's like a wooden stamp that I found on Etsy, and it's really handy because you can like try different color combinations and see how they mix and how they layer to create new colors. Especially for alcohol markers, it's like very handy, and it also has such a cool, nice, colorful touch to the page. It's really cute. The theme for this spread, I remember I just wanted to use some pastel colors, and at this time I was just pretty much over with the sketchbook, so I really wanted to do something quick and move on to a new book. I did something different here where I didn't use a black ink for the outline. I've been trying to incorporate more color to my line work. I noticed that not using like pure black for the outlines usually makes the colors pop up more and they look like softer. And I don't know, I was just experimenting as I usually do. And this is like a mess page or whatever. Usually the last pages of my sketchbook are for color swatching and doodles and scribbles. I finished this sketchbook on August 2024. So yep, it took quite some time, but that's alright. As I said before, I use like many sketchbooks at the same time, so this is usually the one that takes up the most time. And here's the third sketchbook that I'm currently using. I haven't made a lot of progress on this one yet, but the start was pretty strong, if you ask me. I started to do like background studies, which is something I usually do with gouache. I don't know why, but it never occurred to me to do background studies with alcohol markers, which I know it's so silly, but it's so good. I've been having like a really good time drawing backgrounds with alcohol markers, and I'm just very excited to continue to do that. I just wanted to give you like a quick sneak peek of my current marker sketchbook. It will probably take a long time for this book to be finished. But yeah, I think that is all for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I am not the most active person in YouTube. For some reason, long format videos are a little bit more intimidating to me than shorts or reels. So I find myself always procrastinating and never filming something new for the channel. But I really want to change that. It's nice to hear artists talk about their work, not just showing their work. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my work. It makes me really happy that you like my work, and I just feel very, very grateful. And I hope this sketchbook tour was somewhat inspiring to you. I will see you on the next one.